Located just outside Page, Arizona, on the Navajo Reservation, the Navajo Generating Station, or NGS, is one of the largest and most important sources of reliable electricity for the lower Colorado River Basin. This 2,250 megawatt coal-fired power plant provides economical electric power for Arizona, California, and Nevada. Of special importance to Arizona, the plant provides more than 90% of the power required to operate Central Arizona Project, or CAP, the largest single source of renewable water supplies in Arizona and the state's largest single end user of power. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency issued a proposed Best Available Retrofit Technology, or BART rule, for NGS on February 5, 2013. The intent is to reduce emissions of nitrogen oxides from the power plant to address regional haze concerns in accordance with the Clean Air Act. EPA's proposal, which includes the toughest nitrogen oxide standard in the nation, demands that expensive emission control technology called Selective Catalytic Reduction, or SCR, to be operational by 2023. SCR for the plant is estimated to cost $544 million, and if additional air filters are required, that bill climbs to over $1 billion. The portion of these additional costs allocated to CAP would ultimately be borne by our customers and the people and businesses of Maricopa, Pinal, and Pima counties. Fortunately for all concerned, the EPA recognizes that NGS is vital to both water sustainability in Arizona and the economies of the Navajo and Hopi nations. Therefore, the agency is willing to consider alternative plans, given they reduce nitrogen oxide emissions as much or more than the proposed BART rule. CAP, along with the Gila River Indian Community, the Navajo Nation, Salt River Project, the Environmental Defense Fund, the U.S. Department of the Interior, and Western Resources Advocates participated in a technical work group to develop an alternative better-than-BART plan for NGS. On July 26, 2013, the group delivered their proposal to the EPA. The proposal includes two alternatives, both of which achieve even greater nitrogen oxide emission reductions than the EPA's proposed BART rule. The first alternative is based on expectations that the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power and NV Energy, both of which have ownership interests in the Navajo Generating Station, will divest their holdings by 2019. And that the Navajo Nation chooses not to exercise its option to purchase an ownership interest in the plant. Under this scenario, NGS would shut down one of the 3 coal-powered generating units by 2020. SCRs would be installed on the remaining 2 units by 2030. The second alternative comes into play if the conditions for the first alternative are not met. In this case, participants in the Navajo Generating Station will reduce NOx emissions by an amount equivalent to what would be achieved by shutting down 1 power generation unit from 2020 to 2030. The participants will also submit annual plans describing the measures to be taken to achieve greater NOx reductions than those mandated by EPA's proposed BART rule. Either alternative includes the agreement that NGS participants will maintain emissions levels below 2009 to 2044 NOx emissions caps in EPA's BART proposal, so as to ensure that better-than-BART criteria are met. The benefits to CAP, if the EPA accepts the plan, include NGS will remain a reliable and effective power resource for CAP for decades to come. SCR installation costs are reduced and deferred, possibly until 2030, which enables CAP to continue delivering affordable water supplies while allowing for proper planning and preparation for future cost increases. NGS surplus power sales will remain a source of funds to help meet CAP's federal repayment obligations. Native American water rights settlements will likely be less vulnerable to power cost increases. Navajo Generating Station will be with us and producing vital electric power for years to come. The Better Than BART proposal, authored by the Technical Work Group, addresses the concerns of a diverse range of parties interested in NGS operations, while at the same time offering a reasonable and workable alternative with lower emissions than the current EPA proposal. Please take a moment to contact the Environmental Protection Agency to express your support for this Better Than BART proposal. For details, please visit us at centralarizonaproject.com.